Hi, guys. My name is Jim, and I'm here to talk to you about informed consent. The agency I chose was the Center for Ethical Practice, and the service agreement starts off with the HIPAA laws. It tells the person signing up for services about the health insurance portability accountability laws, the federal laws that protect their privacy. And then it goes on to talk about psychological services. It says that you have certain rights and responsibilities that are important for you to understand. One of the things for people to sign and understand is that the therapy has both risks and benefits. The benefits have shown a significant reduction in feelings of distress, increased satisfaction in interpersonal relationships, greater personal awareness and insight, increased skills for managing stress, and resolutions to specific problems. One of the things that they highlight is that there are no guarantees. One of the things that I appreciate is that it breaks down the things that will happen in the sessions, such as the first 2 to 4 sessions will involve a comprehensive evaluation of the person's needs, by the end of which evaluation treatment will be discussed. You should evaluate the information and make your own assessment about whether you feel comfortable working with the person, the counselor. If your doubts persist, I will be happy to help you set up a meeting with another mental health professional for a second opinion. And then it goes on to talk about appointments. Appointments are ordinarily 45 to 50 minutes in duration, once a week, at a time where we agreed on, although some sessions may be more or less frequent as needed. And then it goes on to talk about cancellations, which is kind of self-explanatory. It talks about professional fees. Again, pretty self-explanatory. Any checks that may be returned, incur additional fees. One of the things that it talks about, as well as professional fees, is if the counselor is anticipated to be involved in a court case. And then it breaks down basically hourly, the same cost as it would if the person were seeking support. And then it talks about insurance. One of the things that I'd like to highlight is managed healthcare plans, such as HMOs and PPOs, are often required advance authorization, without which they may refuse to provide reimbursement for mental health services. So even as a counselor, it's really important to know which insurances reimburse people right off the bat, or some need additional information, things like that. Some managed healthcare plans will not allow me to provide services to you once your benefit ends. A lot of the things that I would personally have in my business, if I had one, for informed consent. If I am not a participating provider in your insurance plan, I will supply you with a receipt of payment so that you can turn it in and get reimbursed. One of the things that also talks about is record keeping, which is pretty much to what the reading has stated. Also, the client has a right to request their records. So all this in the informed consent sample that I got really aligns with the mission of the ACA's Code of Ethics. In the preamble, it closely ties in with value number 4, safeguarding the integrity of counselor-client relationship. And it hits all 7 points of the fundamental principles: autonomy, non-maleficence, beneficence, justice, fidelity, veracity. And it touches basically all the purposes, the main purposes of the ACA's Code of Conduct. Um, the sections that the sample mostly relates to is Section A, Section B, Section C, and Section E. So Section A, counseling relationships, the counseling plan, A1, A2, informed consent and counseling relationship, A10, business fees and practices, Section B, confidentiality and privacy, B1, point B, respect for privacy, basically all of Section C, professional responsibility, and then Section E, evaluation, assessment, and interpretation. E1, general, point A, assessment, point B, client welfare. And then E5, diagnosis of mental health disorders. And so in the informed consent, it says that some insurance companies require a diagnosis or a plan of treatment. With all that being said, a question I have for my fellow students is that it was really hard for me to look at my state board's informed consent requirements, and the only thing I really found were informed consent for persons authorized to provide for patients who are not competent. I found 3 sections of that for Washington State. Other than that, I really couldn't find anything. So I was interested to see what your states say. Thank you.